Hello everybody, welcome to the bunker. Time for Coffee with Bill. Looks like I stirred things up on the internet again. I posted a meme that said, America needs masculinity. It's time to smack the girly man right out of him. And apparently there's a lot of excitable people out there. In Germany, a Christian parade celebrating Lent. A 29-year-old man deliberately ran down 30 people with his car. Fortunately, nobody died, but there were a lot of injuries. Gee, what a coincidence. A few years ago, Al-Qaeda put out the word to Muslims living in Western nations to do two things. Take knives and go out and stab people, and the other was to get in their cars and run people down. And we're seeing this happening all over Europe. And the police and the media are being very careful to make sure the citizens don't figure out who's doing this to them. What a bunch of gutless cowards. Come on, you guys, post the suspect's photo and name. The German people have a right to know who's coming after them. Nothing to see here, folks, just religion of peace doing religion of peace things. And here's another one. United Airlines flight. A 27-year-old woman was caught smoking in the lavatory, and instead of just saying sorry and putting out her cigarette, she went berserk, fighting with the air marshals. She said she's going to stab everyone on the plane. She says, "I'm Palestinian. That's how we get down." And for those of you who don't know what a Palestinian is, they are a fake people group that were invented after Israel became a nation in 1948. They were citizens of Jordan and Syria, claiming to be Palestinians, and they're saying that Israel stole their land. That is a Joe Biden-sized lie. Did you all see the Trump rally in India? Over 100,000 people. Headlines said it was the largest rally in the world. Donald Trump is restoring America's honor and respect all over the world. The previous president, old what's-his-name, not only embarrassed all of us with that foolish apology tour, other nations were disgusted with him for his disloyalty to the nation that elected him. Thank you, Mr. Trump. And thank you, Mr. President, for securing a $3 billion weapons deal with India. They are the #1 opponent of Pakistan, a militant Islamic nation that has nuclear weapons. Right next door to India. We must give India our full support. And coming from American prisons, there are multiple reports of female inmates being raped by the transgender men who have been placed in women's prisons courtesy of politically incorrect or politically correct stupidity. How long will the LGBT nightmare be allowed to continue? Seriously, if I put my name in as the Constitution Party in 2024, my platform will include gender fraud laws where gender will be determined not by liberal idiocy, but by DNA testing. Gender identity will be removed from all anti-discrimination laws, and serious legislation will be introduced to protect American children from sexual perversion. Let the war for decency begin. And Joe Biden, running for president, declared in a speech in South Carolina that he's running for the U.S. Senate. When Mr. Racketeering and bribery is not committing crimes or groping little girls and women, he is busy demonstrating that he probably shouldn't be allowed outside without adult supervision. This is the best the Democrats have to offer. This is the man that the Democrats want in the White House. And I fear that once Donald Trump is term limited out, that the Republicans are going to go right back to their politics as usual, allying with the Democrats to once again govern against the will of the American people. Coronavirus, quite possibly a threat to the nations, but it's impossible to know for sure because we cannot trust anything the mainstream media tells us. They relish stirring up fear and chaos with whatever propaganda they can dream up. I wouldn't believe the mainstream media if they told us they were lying. Chances are the coronavirus is just another flu variant, and the media is blowing it way out of proportion, probably so they can blame it on Trump. Or the coronavirus truly is a threat to world security. So be smart and protect yourself as best you can, just in case the media is accidentally telling the truth. Rumor has it that Corona beer has changed its name to Ebola beer so they won't get confused with the new virus. Bam! President Trump is doing something that should have been done years ago. He is publicly challenging the liberals on the Supreme Court. Justices Sotomayor and, of course, Ruth Bader Ginsburg have made disparaging statements about the president, showing a definite bias against him. The president is calling for them to do what judicial ethics requires, that they recuse themselves from any future cases involving the president. Judges are supposed to recuse themselves from any case where there's even an appearance of bias. But the words good judge and liberal are kind of like the proverbial round peg in a square hole. Not going to work. Liberals, Democrats use corrupt judges as one of their most effective weapons to ram down our throats evil, often unconstitutional policies. If American courts were filled with judges that honored the Constitution, the Democrat Party would be out of business. And decency and moral standards would begin to rise up again to govern American society. So with that thought, please, Lord, bring it on. This is Wild Bill for America. This has been Coffee with Bill. Thanks for watching, and America bless God again.